the goal of aiding 2,500 children and help them access basic needs like food, water, and education.
Be sure to email us your community event. This portion of the news is brought to you by Open Road's new digital test drive. Open up to a different car shopping experience at openroadcars.ca.
Welcome back to CTV Morning Live. Vancouver's Artists for Conservation Foundation represents some of the world's leading artists who focus primarily on nature and wildlife. President and founder Jeff Whiting and artist Pollyanna Pickering join us today to talk about the foundation and its second annual festival coming up this weekend. Good morning and welcome to both of you.
Good morning.
It's good to see you here. Jeff, we'll begin with you. Just talk a little bit about the festival itself and where it's taking place, just some of the basic details in terms of what our viewers can expect.
Sure. It's the Artists for Conservation Festival at Grouse Mountain. We're there for 10 days. Starting today, we're having a private opening and then a public opening tomorrow. We have artists from around the world, as you mentioned, some of the top talent focused on nature. They're passionate about nature, passionate about the environment, and depicting it in their work. And they'll be giving seminars, lectures. We have a world's top conservation-themed art exhibit on display at Grouse Mountain. And we'll be screening films, have live music, and more.
Your definition of conservation art, how would you describe that for our...
Conservation-themed art, that is, meaning art that has a conservation message, that has a message for preserving wildlife globally. So we have artists from around the world, membership 500 artists from 27 countries, and a broad representation from around the world at this art show. So.
And tell us about what Pollyanna is going to be getting honored with.
Well, it's wonderful to have Pollyanna here. She is here to receive our top award, the top honor. It's a Simon Coombs Conservation Award, and it's in recognition to acknowledge Pollyanna for her life of dedication and support for the conservation cause. Pollyanna has done so much for this, and utilizing her talent as certainly one of Europe's and one of the world's top wildlife artists.
Pollyanna, we thank you for joining us from England, and tell us a little bit about your work, which isn't just depicting the wildlife out there, but you get right in there, don't you? You get right up close to the animals.
That's right. As I've traveled to study wildlife, I've become more and more conscious of the threats, you know, facing our environment as well as the animals. And I set up a charitable foundation to try and just sort of help and, you know, play my own small part to try and save the natural world. Right. Big project.
Absolutely. And here you are, I mean, this is what I was talking about. There you are out in the wild, and how long did you get this, and how did you get this owl to pose for you while you were painting it?
That was no problem, because I ran a small bird and animal hospital from my own home in the country in Derbyshire in the middle of England.
Excellent.
This was an owl we'd reared from an egg. So this one was very imprinted, couldn't return him to the wild, and he was very happy to sit on top of my drawing board while I sketched him.
And what about this tiger? Is he in the neighborhood as well, or where did you find him?
Not so much. We don't have so many tigers in Derbyshire. Now, I went out into India. I've traveled from the southern tip of India right to the Himalayas in the north. This was the monsoon season. I thought it would make a slightly different angle on a painting. So,
and is this you going, what's that coming up behind me?
That was sketching red squirrels in Scotland. Scotland is beautiful, lovely part of the UK.
And this is a lovely work that I'm holding up here. Talk about this, Pollyanna.
Oh, well, last month I went out into Namibia in Africa. One of our major projects this year was to try and help the wild dogs. They're